Hey everyone, welcome to Start Your Day Great, or Start Your Week Great, Start Your Week with a Coach. I am your host, Certified High Performance Coach Sean Butner, and this week we're talking about how adaptation is a game of self-confidence. Because if you've ever experienced a really crazy thing that set you back on a project, on a big life ambition, then you know what I'm talking about. This past year actually was probably an exercise for so many of us in figuring out how to live in a pandemic, when things are shut down, when we can't go into our places of work, when we got to take care of the kids, when we got to deal with the spouse or roommates in our, homes 24/7. And so if we rigidly hold on to the processes, the habits, the behaviors, the plans that we've created, it can cause a lot of us to become frustrated, angry, overwhelmed, or irritable. And ultimately, we can spend so much of our time and feelings in that kind of upset area that we lose momentum and, we forget to course correct and stay on track. And we spend so much time trying to figure that out that we can't move forward. And this week for me is actually a perfect example. You might notice the video format's a little bit different. It's because I accidentally smashed my laptop. So, and I realized that all the video stuff that I do for you guys is so tied to the laptop working and the camera working and all that stuff. So I've been adapting to that. Also this week I sat through 3 days of jury selection, and in the next month I'll be doing my civic duty on a jury, which is awesome. I'm excited for it, to participate at least. And at the end of the day, though, I had plans in my business. I had plans that I wanted to do that now have been shuffled around because of this all happening in the same week. So, all surprises all around. But instead of getting upset that my laptop busted, even though I was for like an hour and a half, I was really angry at myself for how it broke. Just knocked it off when it was open, and the display is just totally trashed. I was really able to feel that, but then just like, okay, what can I do about it? So have a new laptop coming. Thankfully and fortunately, I'm able to do that. So that's solved. This next month is going to be a test of my own sauce. Being a high performance coach, how do you manage being on a jury all day and then managing a business and making things happen still, so I don't get stuck this next 3 weeks. So I take that as a challenge, and I feel fully confident in my ability to figure it out, even if it might seem a little overwhelming and hairy right now. So, if we take a look, speaking of high performance, at what separates folks that get stuck in those negative emotions, stuck in the inability to adapt and advance and continue momentum, or handle change like a champ, I really think it comes down to these 5 things in my coaching practice with people that I've worked with, or things that I've learned along the way. And the first thing is that you have to have confidence in your own ability to change, right? So some people are so rigid and inflexible that if you throw them off their habits, their whole life is just unraveled, right? Maybe you are that person, or someone like that in your life. And I think a lot of times this comes from either not being able to handle unexpectedness, right? Or not being confident in your ability to rise up and figure it out again, right? Sometimes it's also like that extra brain space. So if you're confident in your ability to make things happen and get things done, then that's going to be great. Hold on a sec. My notes just went down on the other thing. So I can still use the extra monitor, but with my laptop, but I can't use the camera and all the stuff connected to it. Come on. And so my notes went away. So adapting in real time, doing this video. Okay. So confidence in your own ability to change, to handle it, to get through it fairly gracefully. I didn't want the video. Okay. So second big thing to know about handling change like a champ is to just see the big picture, right? So with jury duty, it's civic duty. It's, I find it important, to participate in our democracy here in the United States. So I, was like, okay, if this is going to happen, then I'm happy to serve in that compassion or in that fashion. With the computer busting, it's a thing. We can replace it. It's a year from now, I'm not going to be thinking that, I really smashed that computer that one time on accident. So just being able to see how things are connected. Like I can see how in the next 3 weeks, I can still meet my goals for the month and not get too drawn back with the other obligations. So it's connecting to that. It's connecting to your purpose. It's connecting to your values. Civil duty, big value for me. Being optimistic and, being able to adapt is another thing. So super important that you see the big picture for what's going on. In the pandemic, keeping the community safe, keeping my family and myself healthy, those are the big picture things that I kept holding on to help get through all of that disruption. Okay. Third thing is, to see things as an opportunity, right? When I worked at Walmart, it was a little cliche there, but they would always say that you never had a problem, you just had an opportunity to learn. And the genius behind that actually is that when you can see something as an opportunity to learn, your head shifts into problem solving instead of just like, I'm stuck. And so, like when I was talking about, jury duty, I say this I need to stop saying that phrase in this video. But when I was thinking through how it was going to impact me, I saw it as a challenge to use the skills and the things that I teach and help people with, in my own life to make sure that I can meet that productivity level, to take on a higher level of service, and to make sure that I'm not falling behind as an opportunity to show and role model what you got to do in high performance. So it's that little shift of, okay, this is an opportunity to update the laptop or an opportunity to live my values and role model and get the results that I hope all of you guys get if we work together one-on-one someday. And I'll just plug that right now. If you are struggling feeling confident when things are uncertain or when you don't feel like you control things, make sure you go to SeanButler.com/coaching and schedule a one-on-one strategy session, probably in July, late June, July now. So I offer that to you. It's a great value. People love, there's a questionnaire that you fill out to make sure we can work well together. And then the call, people love the questionnaire and the call together because it really gets you thinking about your life in a different way and helps you break through so you can achieve whatever you're going after quicker. So I'll throw that there. If you're feeling like you need help with this self-confidence thing or seeing the big picture or seeing things as an opportunity, that's some of the things we talk through as a coach, along with your career, relationships, health, and well-being. So definitely check out SeanButler.com if that's you're interested. Love to help you in that way. So, okay, back to the points. So we have confidence in your ability to change. We have see the big picture. We have see things as an opportunity. The fourth thing to keep in mind when you're trying to adapt to uncertainty is to just stay proactive, right? There's a way you can accept things as they happen and not accept them for what they are, right? So what do I mean? That's kind of vague. Let me clear this up. So you can say that, when I was growing up, my mom was diagnosed with cancer and she could have just said, okay, I'm sick, I'm going to die, or, I can fight this, which she did, and she was successful with it. But it also took the whole family coming together, when I was 6, doing laundry, doing dishes, taking care of the house while dad worked and mom was trying to get better, So it's doing what you can within the constraints. That's another way to say it. And it's super important to do that. The fifth thing to do when adapting to change is to have fun, right? It's an opportunity, right, to reference one of the previous points, to try something new, to get shaken out of what has been going on, maybe on autopilot for a while, to think about things in a different way, maybe to delegate things that aren't important, to really focus on the things that will really help you and move you forward. So the idea basically is the more that you can be confident in your ability and have some of these tools to help you adapt in uncertainty, the more you can handle change. The more you can handle change, the more confident you'll feel handling the change. And, ultimately, that's why I think adaptation is a game of self-confidence, because if you're confident, you win, right? So hope you like this video. This format kind of threw me off. Appreciate your patience with this. I'm sure most of you are like, yeah, I don't really care. Why do you keep mentioning it, Sean? And I'm like, I get it. It's just, I feel like I've been out of role with this stuff for a little bit. And just want to let you know what's going on behind the scenes. So that's why you're in the newsletter. That's why you watch the blog. And I really appreciate it, guys. So that said, I'll see you next week, where we'll be talking about how to shift or change. So we'll continue this idea of being productive in uncertainty and some things that are happening right now. And I can't wait to share that with you guys. So until then, live with more joy, personal growth, and impact in your communities. And I will see you next week.